Anjika, and welcome to the Diamond of 22 Galaxies. I want to share with you all when I was at the height of my symptoms with MS in 2009 and 2010. My daughter and my family acupuncturist came to me and said, why don't we do a private ceremony for you with ayahuasca? I was a bit resistant because I had taken drugs and hallucinogenics in my early 20s and they were not good memories. Because I was progressing really fast, I decided to do it. So it was with my daughter, Dr. Richard Grossman, and an English woman that had been his assistant with these medicine journeys, and it was just the four of us in the woods, and the medicine was prayed for just for me. I went on 11 ayahuasca medicine journeys with Dr. Richard Grossman, who had been going down to Peru in the Amazon since the 90s and had these connections with the right medicine people and the right medicine. So the first ayahuasca journey, I prepared myself with diet and prayers. So I took the medicine, and very quickly there was a cougar and a rat going up my spine, and the cougar ate it. And I thought, great, I have 6 more hours. So basically most of those 6 hours I was in deep grief. I had one thing happen in the middle of the journey where I was in a dentist chair at a very young age, about 8, and the dentist was putting amalgam mercury fillings in my mouth. I was being told by the medicine and by Madre Ayahuasca, who is a powerful, benevolent spirit here to help us at this time, who I ended up developing a very deep, loving bond with. And so I realized I needed to get those amalgam fillings out. So as divine arrangement would have it, after this first medicine journey, my rock and roll brother came to Los Angeles and took my daughters and me out for Japanese food on Sunset. He took me to the car and he handed me an envelope and he said, I wasn't planning on doing this, but something told me to do it. And I opened the envelope and it was $10,000, and I ended up going down to Mexico and having all the amalgam fillings taken out at once. After I did 10 medicine journeys with Dr. Richard Grossman and my daughter, I was guided to go to Michael Ortiz Hill, who had had MS and was paralyzed from the waist down and had cleared his symptoms. He had studied with a very famous medicine man in Zimbabwe called Mandaza Kandimwa, and had been going down to Zimbabwe in the 90s and the early 2000s. I ended up doing 3 nights and 6 to 9 DMT treatments with Michael Ortiz Hill in the Santa Monica Mountains on top of a mountain. After those 3 nights and 6 to 9 DMT treatments, in the days that followed, in the 2 weeks that followed those 3 nights, all my symptoms went away. I took 5 MEO DMT, which is different than NN DMT. 5 MEO DMT is like going to the 12th dimension. NN DMT is like going to the 5th dimension. So I got to travel to the higher dimensions of consciousness and do the healing work and clear my symptoms. Each of my medicine journeys was directly related to my healing. I documented all these medicine journeys in my book, Swimming Toward the Sun, which is on Amazon and Kindle, but I am happy to do other videos where I share with you my experiences. What happened is in December 2012, the Earth, the frequency of the Earth activated to a higher frequency than it had been in this 3rd dimension. So because the Earth frequency was raised in December 2012, our 12-strand DNA could be activated fully. So when I needed to do these healings, to clear my symptoms in 2009, 2010, 2011, the earth had not raised to that frequency, and I was given the DMT to journey in consciousness to be able to have my symptoms clear. So at this time, there are people on the planet and natural healing remedies to help people get through this process to move from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. So as we move from now 2018 to 2033, there are people on the planet that came here as the first responders to help people release their trauma, their karmic patterning, and to move from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. So I send you all so much love and light, and anything can be healed. So any physical, mental, emotional, and etheric issue can be healed now. And there are the right people that are ready and prepared to help all of us move from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and to release those dense frequencies that have been in this very harsh, dark, dense atmosphere, and all that has happened and occurred here from the past. It is time to move from that past timeline into a new timeline where we go towards our happiness.